mentally, not knowing what you can play? Are you able to decompress a little bit in between these series?
Just resetting. Understanding that we gotta, get ourselves ready for the next series, and obviously today we don't know until we watch tonight, like all of us. But just making sure that we get ourselves ready to be the best version of ourselves first.
You guys do so much better offense in that first round series. Really defensively, you were another protection, team defense, everything. Do you feel like you're in a better place defensively right now than you've been all year? If so, what do you feel like is working so well on that end?
Just impact and winning, and then understanding this game better. So, teammates trust me, and I want to repay their trust.
You had like a few, like even just like game 6, like both in the first half, you had those 2 blocks you pinned against the back. Those are the types of blocks that are really hard to time.
Mm-hmm.
Like perfectly timed jumps on both those. Do you feel like your timing is at a different level? Do you feel like you've gotten more comfortable in that sense too?
I mean, I just want to make the play to impact winning. I've been talking about it, so just happy I was able to get those blocks when we needed them to keep the momentum on our side. And my teammates did a great job. The block is great, but they did a great job of utilizing that to a fast break and capitalizing Mikal with the Euro step. So it's great when you capitalize on a turnover in essence, or a momentum defensive play.
Earlier in the year when you were struggling to adjust to all the changes and stuff like that, I mean, I'm sure you always have confidence in yourself or you wouldn't be a elite professional athlete, but was it frustrating, and how did you get through that and to this point?
Oh, just trust my work. Something that JB says, the magic is in the work. I see it on the hoodies everywhere. So just trusting my work and my experience. I know that I can get through anything, and as long as I continue to stay even keeled and just continue to put the work in, everything will work out.
What have the last couple of days been like? I know you're on your Knicks, but you did get some time to enjoy it, I assume. That huge game, closing it out, what's been like?
Not as exciting as I think fans think.
Okay.
Yesterday, was a great day to just, rejuvenate the soul and the mental. And I just spent the whole day with my family. I took my niece to the mall in Jersey and took her to the park, and took them on a pizza date, my niece and nephew. So kind of really just spending time with the family. I didn't really do anything what people would think is exciting or anything, but to me it was the greatest day. It was the greatest thing to do on a day off, especially after, like you said, a big win. I would love to celebrate it with no other people than my family, my niece and nephew.
Kathy, there's this kind of narrative that's emerged from how dominant you guys were the last 2 games that you're now the team to beat in the East. Have you heard that?
No, we're not listening to no noise. At the end of the day, we just got to continue to work on being the best version of ourselves when we step on that court and giving ourselves a chance to win every night. The only thing we got to do is in our locker room continue to believe in each other.
So you don't?
No.
You haven't heard that?
No. I know you really want me to say yes, but unfortunately for you, it's a no. You haven't heard that.
I mean, the way you guys have played over the last 3 games of that series, is that kind of the level that you feel like you guys could, when you're at that level, you could beat anyone?
I mean, I would hope that when we step on the court against anybody, we feel we could beat anybody. So it shouldn't, those games shouldn't be the reason we have confidence. We should have confidence because we put the work in and we put the time in the gym. So and we have trust in each other. So I feel like our confidence was built way before the game was played.
Kat, did anything feel different in those 3 games? I mean, from an intensity level?
I mean, we got stops. We translated them to points for us, and also we did a good job of just continuing to keep the momentum on our side. So, that's what good teams do, and I'm glad that we were able to show that, when we're executing at a high level and playing at a high level, we could do that.
Do you feel snubbed not being invited to the Timberwolves private red carpet?
I had work. Yeah, we had work. We had work.
What was that like to get in, to be in that and to get?
It was an honor. You know, it was an honor, and it was awesome to you know, just see the masses of work in the acting world, and to be able to see them just do what they do at the highest level is it was such an honor.
Ken, what is this? I mean, this core has been together now for a solid 2 years. A big change, obviously, is Mike being here. I guess doing this run with him coaching, I guess how has that put a little different spin on it, or what's this been like now?
I mean, at the end of the day, the players got to go out there and execute and get the job done. So I'm really happy that everyone in the locker room has, especially like you said, in the last 3 games after those 2 games we lost, that stayed together, stayed connected, and was willing to go out there and get the job done. So that's a testament to the guys in the locker room.
With Mitch, obviously he's kind of taking on this like persona of like what you call standing on business. Does every team kind of need an enforcer like that, especially to keep you going in the playoffs?
I forgot he wrote that on his ankle tape. I mean, Mitch is a big part of our locker room, and he doesn't, what he does on the court. Obviously, I know, he impacts winning, and he does a lot of things that sometimes don't end up on the stat sheet, but makes us come out with the W. So, Mitch is very vital for our locker room, for our team, and we always going to support him. We always going to stand behind him when he wants to, I guess, quote unquote, stand on business.
You guys have been on the court together a little bit more these last few years. What's it been like, kind of just getting that chemistry down?
Yeah.
I think it was for you guys to have that type of event.
Yeah, I mean, again, it talks to Mitch's versatility, to be able to have a double big lineup out there and impact winning with it speaks to Mitch, and also speaks to our guys on this locker room that are, adjusting with us when we have that lineup and doing it in such a quick fashion, something we haven't done all year. And we asked to happen, and we got to see it in the last couple games, and it's been very effective. So, shout out to the guys in the locker room, seeing what they see and going out there and actually executing what we see.
Both teams, or you just kind of wait and see what happens?
Both.
How is that kind of difficult to do?
I mean, yeah.
Potential opponents.
Yeah.
Jalen, you're one of the few guys in the league. I know you're not the only one, but using the iPad on the bench. How long have you been doing that?
For sure since I've been here.
In New York, you're saying?
In New York. Maybe a little bit in Dallas, maybe not as much, but for sure since I've been here.
When was that introduced to you? Did you see like coaches have tablets on the bench, and then you just started like, can I see it? And can you take me through how that became part of like the ritual?
Yeah, I just kind of reminding myself more of like technique stuff for me. It's small things can be a big difference when it comes to like shooting or reads or things like that. It's just being able to see things, and so just learning from it quickly.
And do you know when you get to the bench what you're going to look at, or do you just like watch your whole stint and it's dissect it all, or do you have an idea of like, can you get me to this point in the possession or whatever?
We have a couple of things that will automatically go in there to see,
Okay.
and then anything that they think I should watch.
Thank you.
Dude, what's been out about the last 3 games against the Hawks from a team perspective of what you guys do so well?
I think we were able to get stops. I think we finished the fourth well compared to the first 3 games. Even though we won game 1, we didn't finish well. Obviously, our defense and getting out and getting easier baskets, I think it opened up a lot for us. And those are to name a couple of things.
Is that a champion, like when you played the last 3 games, is that championship level basketball?
I mean, it was a level to get out of the first round.
Do you think there's another level you guys can get to, or do you think that's honestly pretty good what you guys did?
You want to try and continue to improve every single day. And I've said that consistently since I've been here from start to finish each year.
Jalen, the last game 5 and game 6 of Atlanta, those were game 5, you set more off-ball screens than you had in any other game all year. Game 6, you set second most off-ball screens combined in the game you played all year. That's obviously an adjustment, and that clearly comes from the way that you guys were playing stylistically, not just you. How was that for you in terms of being able to play? No, it's not the first time I really liked it. How was that for you? What was that process like in terms of making that start of a change in the playoff series?
Well, I mean, we've done it before. It was just like the frequency of doing it was obviously it was asked more of, and those were the plays being called. And knowing that if I get a good hit on somebody's defender, it puts my defender in the position to switch. They were trying to keep bodies on bodies and not trying to switch off me. And if I get a good screen, puts them in a position to make a decision. And then, it was working well for us. And I think we have the guys like OG, Mikhail, and Josh, particularly the guys I'm setting screens for, can make plays in those positions. And you have Cat being able to see and make plays. And if anyone's denied, he has the opportunity to go by his defender. So it was it's basically what happened. I mean, everyone saw it. We ran it a million times.
Yeah. Do you have favorite guard screeners?
Huh?
Do you have favorite guard screeners?
Like
you're a guard.
Yeah.
It's a different art.
Do I have a favorite guard screener?
Yeah.
No.
You don't?
No.
I feel like you would.
Like he's looking for somebody to do that thing?
Yeah. Just guys who study.
No.
There are certain guards who are amazing screeners.
Yeah, but I don't have a favorite. Your question was, do I have a favorite?
Yeah, you have a favorite?
No, I don't have a favorite.
I think you.
I don't have a favorite. I promise you.
Jim, there's this narrative now, the way you guys play, that you're the favorites in the East. Have you heard that talk, or what do you think of it?
I haven't heard of it, and I don't care.
With Mitch, he does so many different things on the court, but in terms of him being an enforcer, how important is that, especially for the stretch that you guys are going to have? Wearing standing on business on his socks, he's doing all this stuff. Like, how important is it to have that type of presence on the defensive end?
More important than I think we realize. Hence why we had coaches and security and players doing whatever we could to try and stop him from doing any more damage he did in Game 6. He's very important to what we do on both sides of the ball. And so, he's way more important than I think a lot of people realize.
The last one back there.
Jalen, by Monday you can either be the highest remaining seed or the third highest remaining seed. Is that odd at all as you mentally try to prepare for these, and what does it say about the parity in teams?
Haven't really thought about that, but this is one of those things where you can't really worry about. You got to control what you can control, and focus on one day at a time and focus on the task at hand. And those things you try not to think about because you just can't control those things.